Hey guys, Ivan here on the Missouri Agitator channel. These are onions. And they are edible. Of course, you don't eat the bulb on these. You actually eat the stalk. And I take these and dry them, and I usually do it in my barbecue grill. Like if I'm grilling some steaks or some burgers or something, I'll lay these all out on a piece of foil and dry them. They turn brown, real hard, crunchy. And then I'll crush them up and put them in an old spice jar, you know, with the sprinkle top, got the little holes in it, and use this for sprinkling on my fish and different meats. You can also eat these raw. They have a real sweet taste to them. You can just eat them right out of the yard. But yeah, like I say, I take these and just pluck them all, and take them and dehydrate them, or whatever you want to call it, on the grill, dry them out, and kind of makes like a chive type spice, but it's got a little sweeter taste to it. Really good stuff on fish. But I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll make some more video of me actually curing them, and of course we pop the tops off, pop the bulbs off the bottom, and we eat the stalk. So, and there's all different there's actually all kinds of different recipes for these wild onions, but and they're good for you. There's no added baloney like the store stuff has. Alright guys, there'll be more to this video here. Stay tuned and watch how I do it. Okay guys, I've got my onions that I picked earlier. Wild onions. Forgot to show you earlier. You pull the bulb off, and then you pop this seed pod off and just throw it back where you got them. I usually don't bring these inside. I shoot them right off when I pick my onions. That way they'll just regrow where you were at. Okay, I've rinsed these. I forgot another seed pod there. I've rinsed these off with cool water and patted them dry. Make sure I got all the other seed pods. Looks like I got everything. Okay. Now what I do, I take a baking sheet or cookie sheet, whatever you want to call it. Then I take this wire mesh. You can get these at the Dollar General for like $1. They're to go on your grill to put vegetables on in your barbecue grill. And I take it, and it's got the edges kind of sloped up a little bit. I flip it over. Now I have an air pocket in between the pan and the grate. And then what I'll do is take my onions and just lay them out across this. Try to get them all even and onto the tray. Doesn't matter if they hang off a little bit, that's fine. Forgot another little seed pod there. Just kind of thin them out evenly the best you can. Okay, now with them spread out like this, we're going to put our oven at the lowest temperature we can get it, and then when we pull them out of the oven there, I'll show you what the next step is that I do. Let's see, somewhere here I've got a few that okay, here's a few I done last year. You can see these aren't completely finished how I'm going to do these. These will be like a onion powder type. These I put in soup and stuff. But you can see it just snaps. That's how dry they are. Just snaps like a stick, and that lets you know it's done. And I can take these and just eat them right like they are. I like them. But let's get these in the oven. That way I can show you how to completely prep and finish these. Okay guys, I just put it in my oven. Lowest my oven goes is 175. It's 837. I just slid them in on the middle rack at 175. I'll go ahead and let them dry, and I'll keep the camera here. When I kick it back on, we'll know the time. We'll know how long it took them to cook. That way you guys can go on reference on that. And we'll be back when they're done. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, I changed my temperature to 275 just right after I shut the camera off. So it's 10:31 now. They are a little, I could have shut it off a little earlier, but I got tied up. There was a little girl missing in Arkansas on the river, so I was trying to spread the word and get boats and stuff down there to help search for her. They are done, and I'll show you here how you can tell. I just pulled one out of there. When if my camera will focus, just snaps when you try to bend them. Snaps like a little stick. So they are done. I'll go ahead and clear my clock here and shut the oven off. I'll let these cool, and then I'll come back and show you how to finish that up. You could probably take 30 minutes off of this. I probably went about 30 minutes over, because just as soon as they get about snapping point, they're done. But it's not going to hurt them any. I can actually go a little longer with it if I wanted. It'd just dry them out a little more. Still has the flavor, the taste, all that. All right, I'll let these cool down a bit, and then we'll move over to the counter, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, the onions have cooled off. I've got them laid on the counter here. Now what I do is I take a big bowl and I just break these onions down into this bowl. like I said, they look like sticks. I mean, they just, you can probably hear them breaking, and just break them up. They smell good. All the ones that fell out, went around all over. And there's other, and I'll probably make other videos on different recipes for these. Like I say, this is how I do my powder. And if you have a food processor, this would be way easier, but my food processor is broke, so I'm not doing it with food processor. I'm doing it in a bowl and with this. And what we'll do is just start crushing them. Like I say, if it was a food processor, you'd already been done. But what you're going to want to do is just keep crushing them until it is a powder. And then, you know, take one of your, of course I use these in soups and different things. These are the same thing. I just didn't turn these into powder. Just when you get your powder, put it in a, you know, inside of a container, and you can sprinkle it onto your food. Like I say, it's good on fish. That's mainly what I use this on, is fish, but it's also good on steaks, beef, pork, you name it. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish crushing this up, turn this to powder, and I'll cut back on, let you see it finished, and that'll work. Okay, I've got it chopped up into powder. I like mine a little coarse. You can keep going, you can keep doing this and make a really fine powder, but I don't like mine really fine. And I'll tell you what I used is both of these, and I just crushed it into a powder, you know. You can use like I say, you can use a food processor a lot faster, but my food processor is broke, so guess what? I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I've got this old onion powder. It's empty. There we go. Real onion powder isn't white. But there you go, guys. Make you some onion powder, and I'll do some recipes with this powder. Like I say, I use it on my fish, steaks, chicken, you know, pork. But there is also a really good French onion dip that you can do with this powder. And I'll make a video of that and share that too. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. And I'll also be doing more videos. You know, the bulbs that we got rid of earlier, the tops and the bottoms, there's also recipes for those, and I'll be doing some more videos on them later on. And there is also other types of onions besides the ones I've done here. I'll show you how to make wild chives, and we'll put them in a container with bigger holes on the top. I'll show you how to make them. There's a lot of edible foods out there, guys. A lot of herbs and spices and stuff. And I'll share some of that with you when I'm not on the lake or river fishing. I'd rather be fishing, but when I'm not fishing, I'm getting stuff ready to make fish. So, all right, guys, like, subscribe, comment, be safe on the water. Y'all take care. Tight lines.